I don't even know if I was really scared of Santa per se. I just think it was the noise.
I guess for something when I was a bit older, when I was about 7 years old, if you couldn't tell, I've mentioned my older brother, and there's like about a 7 year age gap between us. So like when I was in like elementary school, he was already in high school, for example.
Mm.
But when I was about 7 years old, around Christmas time, we're in the spirit, we're in the car with the family, and we'll probably have like I think Christmas music on the radio. And for some reason, one of the biggest jokes around our song that we had for years was around the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer song. First off, you know how when you were a kid in the playground and they'd be like a light bulb after every lyric when you go
Yes.
like a blank. But I remember for some reason when we you'll go down in history. Everyone went like George Washington.
Yeah, I
but
did that too.
my older brother was more of a rapper gangster guy when he was in high school, so he said like Tupac. So the first time knowing what Tupac was. I remember I do this in school, and everyone in school, and I'm this fucking Zoomer, so like, whenever I do sing that version at school, every kid would look at me confused on who Tupac was. And then the other funny thing with that is we're in the car and my older brother just makes up this ridiculously edgy parody of the song. I forgot how most of it goes, but it was called like Rudolph the Six-Gun Cowboy had a very shiny gun, and if you ever saw it, you would turn around and run.
Yeah.
And then at some point it's like,
Rudolph would never shoot silky jingles.
and then at some point there, Santa goes, Rudolph, with your gun so bright, won't you shoot my wife tonight? I remember it. I remember he would sing this to my 7-year-old ass. I thought it the funniest thing ever, and my mom would get so salty at him because he's teaching me this shit.
No.
Then again,
This feels like something I would hear in a YouTube poop.
Yeah, to be fair, this was the same older brother that I would frequently watch play GTA San Andreas at a similar age and find so funny. I'd watch him play like GTA San Andreas, love it. I'd also watch him and his friends play like Halo 2. This is like 04, 05. It'd be like, he'd have the Xbox or these edgelord like adult games, and I'd just be in the corner with my GameCube. And then the one Xbox game I had for myself was that shitty Finding Nemo game. That Finding Nemo game with awful controls.
Yeah, Finding Nemo. I think I need to find myself after playing that heap load of shit.
Zinnia, you got any fun Christmas memories?
I remember last year we had wind chills so intense that it actually was freezing the roads.
Uh-oh.
Napo Fun Pants.
Happened, yeah, that happened in my state too. I mentioned it earlier.
I think I remember my dad was like saying I got a lump of coal for Christmas, and I was like in absolute denial about that.
I remember me and
But but it was actually like a Game Boy or something.
Wow.
Jeez. I know when I would joke to my brother, because my brother was a lot more of a edgy gangster rap guy in high school, let's just say. I think I would be like, I'd be the dumb naive kid who'd still believe in Santa going, you're gonna get coal. And he'd be like, I'm gonna make it into a diamond. I'm gonna make it into a diamond.
We stand an ambitious person.
Like, yeah. Like, let's see. I know, like, 1 year at Christmas, my older sister got Donkey Konga with the bongos, which meant that she got to, like, play it on the floor and everyone in the house would hear it. Yeah, if you've ever had the DK bongos, you knew that it pissed off your parents because they'd hear you banging on it.
So if you want to piss off your parents, piss off your parents, piss off your parents.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining that original Donkey Kong Final Smash. He just played the bongos.
Yeah.
Catchy little arms. Well, at least those arms.
What's funny is that 1 year at Christmas, I think when I was like 10, we got like Rock Band, like the whole Rock Band set. And I thought it was gonna be like for my brother, because my brother was really into Guitar Hero at the time. But for some reason it was set in it was for me, which I was so confused at. Really, it was for the whole family because we all played Rock Band.
Not a Christmas related story, but I do remember one time time being at like a party to celebrate Guy Fawkes Day because I had British friends.
Wait, did the Guy Fawkes Day?
Yeah, Guy Fawkes Day.
Guy Fawkes, wow.
Yeah, and you know, part of Guy Fawkes Day is that you just burn him in effigy.
Jeez.
Yeah, so like, the British family friend was like, "Ooh, I want to burn shit." So it just had like a big party where we just burned a bunch of things in burned a bunch of like effigies, and then afterwards we sang Rock Band Beatles karaoke.
That is so hilarious. That just combination of stuff.
Right.
You know what I kind of miss in childhood? Having a real Christmas tree. Like,
Yeah.
in my early childhood, where my parents would actually get us, like, would actually go to one of those tree places you'd find outside and get us a real Christmas tree with that, like, that nostalgic, genuine, like, pine smell you'd get really put you in the holiday season.
Oh, I'm gonna be real. I don't think we've ever actually had a real tree.
Yeah, same. We couldn't have a real tree at my place because Mom was allergic to pine.
Yeah, we did for a while, but my mom hated that our tree would usually, like, hated having to water the tree every day, and then when you take it down, the prickles would get all over the carpet and stay
Yeah, that sounds like it
So-
would be very tedious.
Eventually, my mom just decided, I think after my parents got divorced, to just kind of just start getting one of those artificial electric trees, so it was easier. But, and we haven't had a real tree since, so...
Yeah, I've never had a real tree.
Yeah, let's see here. There's also there's also that era where you actually believed in Santa and everything felt more magical, and you actually wanted to, and it was harder to get to sleep because you knew that you knew that if you were still constantly awake, you're afraid Santa would skip your house because they tell you, your parents would tell you Santa only comes when you're asleep.
Yeah. Like I remember at one point my mom decided to give me like a little update because she thought like, oh, you'll fall asleep fast if you think that Santa's actually kind of far away because she told me at one point like, oh, Santa was just spotted going over around, so it's gonna be a while till he gets here, so you should get some sleep until then. Oh yeah, the letters.
Oh yeah. Perfect. Oh god. Wait, my dad did something kind of clever when me and my siblings still believed in Santa. So my dad would basically every Christmas Eve my dad would sit by the tree and just kind of hang there, where we would make eggnog and cookies, by the way, not milk and cookies. We added eggnog instead of milk. But what my dad would do is claim that he knows Santa Claus and that they hang out and chat as he's putting the gifts under the tree. Like, he said,
my dad works at Nintendo.
He's literally, my uncle works at Nintendo Live, in real life. But like, he would do this, and it'd be so cool. He'd think, oh, yo, our dad talks to Santa. And says you to hang in, probably because this is their tactic to get the presents under the tree, for my parents to get the presents under the tree. But like, we all freaking believe this.
Wow. All the parents are just in cahoots with Santa about everything.
Yeah, they just like have him on speed dial or something.
Of course.
You have fun parents where they have Santa lying.
I definitely remember writing letters that I would put in the room for him to read.
Yeah.
And then I put like a question like saying, hey, do you actually have Rudolph?
Yeah.
And he checked yes.
Because I know I was the kid who tried to mail the letters off. My dad would give me some fake ass address to send it to.
I know the town I grew up in actually had like a mailbox you could put letters to Santa from in.
Oh, that's cute.
Wow. But like, I'm trying to imagine if you like mailed a fake address, like how would that work?
I think.
Yeah.
I think they would just like recognize that it's not a valid address and just probably throw it out.
Oh, that's mean.
I wonder if like I don't like to think the post offices have like this cute section for letters to Santa.
Like, I know I went up to the King of the Hill. They established that the Arlen post office had like a whole charity thing where like kids could write a letter to Santa, and then adults could like take a few letters and actually give the kids what they asked for.
See, that's cute. I feel like more places should do something like that. God.
That was a fun episode of King of the Hill, honestly.
Yeah. I know one movie that tries to rationalize a lot of the logic about Santa is the Tim Allen Santa Claus movies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I know, I like like the fact that like I think they try to rationalize it, or they use the magic to explain how he gets around the chimney, or how he gets around houses that don't have chimneys.
Like my old childhood house didn't have a chimney, so my parents were just like, "Oh, Santa has a skeleton key."
Yes,
Well.
Santa could just break. I mean, what if Santa could just break into your house at any point in the year? Like, yo, can I borrow your lawnmower?
Yeah, Santa just breaks in like, "You've been looking at illegal pornography."
Yeah, it's just like
Santa be like,
it's like,
FBI,
yeah,
open up.
Santa's gonna break into your house and be like, zinny, zinny, zinny. Put that porno magazine down.
Put it away. Put it away. You're not gonna magically turn into the model.
Be good for goodness sake.
Yeah, I remember I remember my sister mentioned that one year when we were trying to sleep, on Christmas Eve, she really, I think, had to go to the bathroom or something,
Oh,
but
no.
didn't want to get up because she was afraid she'd run into Santa in the hallway. I'm
Penny's.
like, okay,
Oh,
so
penny
either you run
stockings.
into, I'm like, I should be like, so you run into Santa or you're a bedwetter. What would you want?
Oh.
I remember back when I listened to like horror stories on YouTube, there was this one by Mr. Nightmare where a kid actually did wake up and thought they saw Santa, but it was actually a burglar.
Oh my
burglar?
god.
Yeah,
Oh
like,
my god.
Like there was just a burglar in the house that wasn't even trying to pretend to be Santa. It was just happened to be Christmas Eve, and they're like, "Oh, the presents were defective. I need to get new ones from the North Pole."
Bro, imagine trying to rob someone on Christmas Eve.
Wow.
That's just like the lowest thing you could do.
Sheesh.
uh,
This ogre has my expression to the Christmas Eve robbers.
yeah. Here's a funny Christmas gift I got. It was more of a funny story related to a Christmas gift. So when I was 9 years old, around that time, there was a lot of these commercials for these like spy gear type toys. And
Yeah.
I really thought at 9 years old that shit looked really cool. You could be like in a James Bond movie. So for Christmas that year, I specifically asked for this spy video car. I got the spy video car. It was basically a remote control car with a camera on it and a little like visor for your eyes that you could use to see the camera of where you could see the cars going. It was
Whoa.
actually a pretty fun toy to use for the 2 days I had it because my 9-year-old ass was a dumbass and it's too lazy to just pick it up. So I would just drive it down the stairs multiple times and then wondered why eventually the camera broke and all I saw was static in there.
Oh,
This happened in 2 days, by the way, like 2 days after Christmas.
Oh no.
Like, it was probably I also got this thing called the spy bug, where basically what you did was, I don't even know why they gave this to 9-year-olds, honestly. You would put the bug in probably someone's room, and then you could have a little microphone, like headset to listen into it. This shit sounds illegal, and you should not be giving this to children.
Yeah, that is some stalker shit.
I'm like, imagine like you're in school and you just put it in and you try to hide it and like throw it in like the girls' bathroom or something.
I remember you telling us the same story because I remember making there's a car in the girls' bathroom edit.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, but it's like just crazy shit that I'm like sitting like I was like thought it was cool at 9, but I look and I'm like they were really giving kids this stuff to stalk people.
Uh-huh. Or it's one of those diaries that it's like, oh, it can only be opened up with your voice.
Yeah.
I think
I'm just trying to imagine if you go through puberty, does that mean you can't access your diary anymore?
What if you play? I know Hey You Pikachu had this thing where you had to be very specific with what voice and tone you had with talking to Pikachu. So if you have the same file and you hit puberty, would it just stop working?
I don't know. I also wonder that about Nintendo's as well with their little tricks you can say to the mic. Like, will it not understand that it's you because the voice?
Maybe it's one of those things where it's specifically listening for like the syllables.
Yeah.